After weeks of negotiations, the UN Security Council votes unanimously for tougher sanctions against the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Beijing and Washington are credited with making it a reality. The tough measures will make it harder for Pyongyang to raise money or secure technology for its nuclear weapons program. CCTV's Liling Tan is joining us live now from New York with the latest. Liling?
Yes, this resolution will push at what one UN ambassador described as the DPRK's pressure points, cutting off Pyongyang's access to money, technology, and nuclear expertise. And this unanimous vote from the Security Council signals the growing impatience among the international community over Pyongyang's continued nuclear threats and defiance of international law.
A nuclear test in January and then a rocket launch in February shocked a world already wary of the DPRK's nuclear posturing and provocation. And now, consensus on a UN Security Council resolution to halt the DPRK's nuclear development and convince Pyongyang to resume negotiations.
Today's resolution should be a new starting point and the paving stone for a political settlement of the nuclear issue on the Korean Peninsula.
As the resolution that we have adopted today underscores, virtually all of the DPRK's resources are channeled into its reckless and relentless pursuit of weapons of mass destruction. The North Korean government would rather grow its nuclear weapons program than grow its own children.
The resolution bans the DPRK's exports of coal, iron and iron ore if intended to fund its nuclear and missile programs. Exporting these raw materials for food is okay. The resolution requires countries to conduct mandatory inspections on all cargo to and from the DPRK. The new financial sanctions require states to freeze any DPRK assets linked to the country's nuclear or missile programs. While the support for the resolution was unanimous, China and Russia stressed the need for political settlement.
Sanctions are not an end in themselves, and the Security Council resolution cannot fundamentally solve the nuclear issue on the Korean Peninsula.
The resolution also imposes asset freezes and travel bans on several new individuals and tightens the existing arms embargo on the DPRK. Now, this is the fifth round of sanctions imposed by the Security Council on the DPRK since 2006.